guys, this is Mystique with the Salt and Light family. Today's video, we're going to talk about my third graders' homeschool choices that we use for 2020 and 2021. So if you're interested in seeing this video, stay tuned. Welcome back to our channel. This is Mystique. If you're new to our channel, welcome. I'm so glad you came to visit us today. I am Mystique. I am the wife to Andre, and I'm the mother of 7 children. On our channel, we talk about faith, family, and loads of fun. Homemaking and homeschooling. So if you're interested in that type of content, please don't hesitate to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you won't miss out on our journey. Now, come along as we get into this video. Okay, so I'm going to start out by the things that worked for my 3rd grade daughter, and then I'm going to end the video with the things that didn't quite work out for us. So I'm going to start with our top subject, Bible. Now, let me explain this. We don't look at Bible as a subject because reading the Bible for us and discussing things that are in the Bible is a lifestyle for our family. Now, what my daughter used is called Devotions for Girls ages 6 to 9. It's called The God in Me by Diane Corey. I purchased this from Amazon. I'm going to link everything in here that I'm in this video down below in the description box. So this was a great devotional. It even had little activities where you can actually read the devotion. It has questions you can ask. Sometimes you had like a journal prompt, and then you have an activity to do. Sometimes you may have to draw something or color something, and then sometimes you can make a bracelet or a necklace, or I'm not sure if you had like a cooking thing. I can't remember if we had to cook anything, but basically it had an activity to go along with each one of the devotions. This is very sweet. This is our first year using an actual devotion such as this in our homeschool, but I think it was great. I think we're going to do it again next year. We'll get a different devotion for next year. So this was a win. Also, we used Bible Pathway Adventures for our Bible. That was a win as well. We didn't get through all the units that we wanted to, but that has always been a win in our home. And I don't have it here right here to show you. But if you go back and look at my 7th graders video, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And plus, I will link a description. I'll link the website in the description box. Now, we're gonna move on to language arts. Language arts, if you've been following our channel, then you know that we love the Good and the Beautiful language arts and literature course. Now, my daughter did level 2 this year. Now, for the Good and the Beautiful's language arts and literature, it is an all-in-one language arts course. You can get, in a level 2, you get phonics, reading, spelling, writing, grammar and punctuation, literature, poetry and memorization, arts, and geography. When I tell you, when we started using this 5 years ago with my older children, it was a game changer. Highly recommend the Good and the Beautiful for language arts. This also came with a personal reader, and there's also a shared reader that actually goes with this. Highly recommend it. This was a win. Now, also we used for the Good for language arts was the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting, and this is the level 3. The level 3 is an introduction, and she's not finished with this because I wanted her to finish her level 2 from the end of last year, and then she moved into this, so she still has a few more pages to go in the level 3. The level 3 is the start of Introduction to Cursive. It's laid out very well. Let me go to a blank page. Here's a blank page, and it shows you the format on how to do the cursive writing. One thing I love about it is not a whole lot on the page. After you complete your cursive prompt, you actually have an activity to do as well. You can draw, sometimes you have a maze to do, sometimes you have a color the picture. I love it. My children love the Good and the Beautiful handwriting, and I love it too. This was a win for us, and we're just going to keep going until the very last handwriting book. So that's a win. Another win, let me get into a fail moment. When we started third grade, when I started homeschooling my children, they always use Matthew C for pre-K, first grade, and second grade. Once they get into third grade, I always try to transition them over to teaching textbooks. For my daughter, it was a fail. Teaching textbooks did not work for her. Not that she couldn't do the work, it just moved too fast for her. And my daughter is an auditory learner, so she works better with me sitting with her and speaking it to her and teaching her. Not that Matthew C did not work. Matthew C was great, wonderful. It's a great, wonderful program. But my daughter was, for her, it was like overkill. She did not want to focus on the same concept. She wanted and required more of a spiral-based approach. So I picked up The Good and the Beautiful's Math 3. And it came with 2 course books and a math kit. This is the first book, part 1, and this is part 2. This has been a win. The hands-on activity, me sitting down, working with her one-on-one, and I mean, it teaches to everything, all of her learning styles. She's auditory, kinesthetic. It teaches to her learning style. She gets it. At first, we were having some problems doing her multiplication. Since we've been using The Good and the Beautiful's Math 3, she's been picking it up greatly. Now, I also pair The Good and the Beautiful's Math 3 with the musical multiplication that the app actually offers. So this has been a win. We're going to continue. Now, I do know that the math has been redone to a new formatted math. We're going to continue using the new math once it comes out in, I think it's August. But I will link The Good and the Beautiful's new math in the description box below. But this has been a win, along with musical multiplication. Now, the next thing that worked for our family is The Good and the Beautiful Science. Like I said before, since we switched our science over to The Good and the Beautiful 3 years ago, our science has been just awesome, okay? Now, we're working through the birds unit right now, and we love it. I think birds have been our favorite unit so far. And I can't say I can't even just describe how science has been in our home, in our homeschool since we switched to The Good and the Beautiful Science. I love that it's unit-based and I can add or take away if I need to. And we love it. It's been a win. Highly, highly, highly recommend The Good and the Beautiful's Science. Win here. Now, for the things that did not work, and we only had one fail for her besides math, one fail. We were using another history program because of the fact that I have my 6th and 7th grader together. I had my kinder and my 3rd grade together in history. Now, we were going to use Knotgrass's Our 50 States. Not that we didn't love it. I thought it was great. It was laid out wonderfully. The activities were great. It just was so much. My children love the 50 states, but it was too much information basically. And they were just kind of, it was just too much. I tried to kind of pare it down for them so that we can just kind of move slower, but it just was Knotgrass was just not a good fit for any of my kids this year. So we just kind of scrapped it. Now, before we did our 50 states, we were going to use our Star Spangled Story, the American history version that they had. But I was going to pair it with my older children using America the Beautiful. Well, they redid America the Beautiful, so it wasn't out. So we decided to do From Adam to Us, and had my younger children to do Our 50 States, because I wanted them all to be using at least the same history time period of American history. When we started Knotgrass's Our 50 States, it wasn't that it was not a great program. It was just too much. With my daughter being kindergarten and my other one for third grade, it just was too much for them. As you've seen, we only had a few fails for my third grade daughter's year. Everything else has been a win. We love it. We had a good year. Third grade went by so fast. It's just unreal. I cannot believe that she's getting ready to go into the upper elementary school years this coming fall. So for her last year in early elementary, went wonderfully. I think it went pretty well, only to have one thing that really didn't work out for her. But what we did was we actually used The Good and the Beautiful's history year 3, and it went well. I just put everybody together and everything worked out just fine. Now next year we're going to be using something totally different, and I cannot wait to share with you what it is that we're going to do in our upcoming video when we do our homeschool curriculum reveal week. Now with that, I'm going to say that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for staying and sticking with me this long. What's working for you this year and what's not working for you this year? Please leave a comment down below and let me know. I would love to hear it. Until next time, stay safe out there and be blessed. Bye.